Por que eu me estou a rir? Ela é fixe. She's cool. She's alright. I like her. Alina Gingertail? Sounds fake. Sounds like a fake name. I don't think that's a real name. Real fake name, real fake name, fake name, fake name, that's an actual fake name, that's not a real name. Fake name. Espera, o que é que eu estou aqui a dizer? Acham que a banda Coca-Cola? She sounds great. Do you like video games? I hate them. A única coisa que eu detesto mais do que vídeos é jogos. Essa é a minha frase do dia. O Stream Elements agora não diz nada. Que situação. Blinga, blinga, bling. Blinga, blinga, bling. Blinga, bing, blinga, bing. Blinga, 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 bing. Blinga, blinga, bing, bling, bing. Eu já vou comer, tenham calma. Esperem só 2 segundos e já como. Damn, this is the coolest tweet. Espera, porque é que eu estou a ver o Twitter no outro ecrã? They actually made a Metal Gear! Look at this shit. That's an actual Metal Gear! Vou mandar aos meus amigos. Que é que eu estou a brincar? Não tenho amigos. Vou mandar a pessoas que se dizem ser... Oh damn. Oh damn. Oh damn.
Welcome to Now in the 90s, where we look at the game releases of 30 years ago.
Bora ver o provalhote.
Today, this week, an actually interesting sports game, a run and gun, and an edutainment icon. I am your host, Jared, and today...
No, not this thing.
1993. Take the most popular sport in America and then make it metal. Released this week in 1993 was Mutant League Football for Sega Genesis. Mutant League Football is a football game, running, passing, trying to get to the end zone for touchdowns. Only every player is some kind of horrific mutant. Skeletons, orcs, zombies. There's also little to no rules. This means field hazards, landmines, fire pits, and the like are just as dangerous as the other players. There are injuries you can cause, or
Vou aqui,
you
deixa eu ver se alguém, ver se alguém liga.
other players. Bribe the ref.
Lightning and shit.
To win the game all in the
Ei, não estou atento.
future of 2000.
Vou começar a comer.
Mutant League Football was developed and published by Electronic Arts. It uses the exact same engine as Madden NFL 93.
Oh shit, Madden NFL!
It was not made in reaction to the immensely popular NBA Jam. NBA Jam hit arcades in April of
How loud is this?
1993. This was simply an instance of parallel thinking, creating arcade action sports games. The game itself may have been
How do I eat this?
inspired by tabletop miniature games that were also
Acho que vou buscar
about
prato.
playing
Eu vou buscar prato.
Monsters of the Midway was developed by TSR,
Este é o
the
microfone.
developers of
Donjons and Dragons. Yo, estoy de vuelta a tu cara, mi cariño. Eres una grandísima pucha. Es lo que tú eres. Eres tú, Satán. Bomba?
and Dragons, which is about creatures playing sports on a hex grid with steps and dice rolls. Released in Workshop, the guys behind Warhammer 40k, also made a
Oh
monster
shit.
sport tabletop game in 1986 called Blood Bowl. Of course, actual NFL football
Blood
is
Bowl.
immensely popular in America, and Mutant League Football capitalized on that, along with the edginess that Sega was looking for during the aggressive push for the Sega Genesis. This made it a game
Sega.
to the 10 to 14 male crowd, aka the cool kids. Football sold incredibly well. Sega kids everywhere wanted the football game that sometimes had blood in it. How popular did it get? Well,
Very
there was a
popular.
Mutant League Football cartoon show. The cartoon
Claro.
was called Mutant League and ran for 40 episodes over 2 seasons from 1994 to 1996, airing on Saturday mornings. It stars main hero Bones Justice, who himself is based on Bones Jackson from the Mutant League Football
Based on
game,
Jeff
who
Bezos.
himself is based on real football player and sometimes
Vou tirar o
baseball
microfone.
player Bo Jackson.
Não, vou
They
deixar.
played all kinds of sports, not just football, and featured the same kind of violence. Decapitations, heads getting
Oh,
cleared,
shit.
players getting named. But it's okay, because they'll just take a nap in the rejuvenation chamber, so there's no actual death. US censors.
Oh, that's
Several Mutant League
cool.
Toys were also made, mostly based on the cartoon produced by toy maker Galoob. There would also be an immediate follow-up sequel with Mutant League Hockey for the Sega Genesis in 1994. There was also going to be a Mutant League Basketball that never made it out,
Oh.
and a spin-off called Mutant League Speed Demons that never released.
Should I
but
make that
the
game?
non-working prototype has made its way online in 2009. But this all goes back to the original game. Was it so good that people
Guys, I have an announcement. I want to make a game this year.
were craving a multimedia franchise? Well, reviews of the time were lukewarm to positive, with outlets like Electronic Gaming Monthly liking the overall premise, but finding the gimmick of it all wears thin pretty quick. GamePro said it was awesome. The only port Mutant League Football ever got was onto the PlayStation Portable as part of the EA Replay compilation in 2006. Well, that was the last we have seen of the franchise. It does live on. In 2017, a spiritual successor that was kickstarted released. Only this game is called Mutant Football League, not Mutant League Football.
Ah,
Legally distinct and cleverly can be called the MFL. A game series so popular it boosted its television presence. A television presence so popular it boosted the game series. Released this week in 1993
That's cool.
for the Super Nintendo was Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego and Where in Time is
Oh
Carmen
shit, is that
Sandiego.
pretty cool?
Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego tasks the player as a detective hunting down the world's most notorious criminal, Carmen Sandiego and her henchmen. Track her down through numerous clues, talking to the locals who give
Bitch.
hints on the next potential location that she flew to prevent her from stealing more artifacts. Travel from Kiev to Carolina, from Berlin down to Belize. Capture each one of her henchmen until it's finally time to take down Carmen herself. Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego is pretty much the exact same concept and gameplay, only going through historic moments and eras in time. Both World and Time for the Super NES is a port of the original games developed for
eu se não fosse ultra burro, se calhar preferia jogar. Não, não é preferia. Se calhar é melhor jogar este tipo de jogos. Não sei.
home computers like the Apple II, Amiga, Commodore 64, and DOS systems in 1985 and 1989, respectively. It was originally made by Broderbund, who, thanks to the success of the Carmen Sandiego games, shifted their entire strategy to making edutainment software. And it was massively successful. Both games became staples in school classrooms and computer labs of the late 80s through the 90s. It was the game for kids to play when they weren't playing Oregon Trail, Odell Lake, or Number Munchers. The Super Nintendo versions are largely unchanged from the originals, aside from updated graphics and sound effects. Also, I do want to note that technically, Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego came out for the Super NES a week later in June, but forgive us for taking some liberties to cover both at once so we don't have to repeat so much. The games were so successful that there had to be something more, something to really
Situação,
while
viste
still being educational, but also getting some delicious advertiser dollars. Thus, the television show, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? The game show premiered in September 1991 and ran until December 1995. It had 3 kid contestants trying to capture Carmen.
Where in the world?
Quizzes, vaguely following the same structure as the video games. Kids loved the show. As a kid, I loved the show. Did I learn anything from it? No idea. But what we all do remember was that kick-ass theme song.
Where in the world is
Carmen Sandiego?
Fun fact, that group, Rockapella, are
Esta
still around
música.
to this day, and during their live performances, they still do the Carmen Sandiego theme song. The games were popular, making the show popular. The show was popular, making
Bro, that's
kids
fucking
want
sick.
the games. It was a popularity Ouroboros in a cool red trench coat and hat. Did this help the Super Nintendo versions? Not particularly. The console was seen as the place to run and jump on things, not learn stuff. As far as we could find, nobody at the time even bothered to review it. Even if the ports were well done, educational games were not sought after like they were for home computers. Carmen Sandiego, of course, would continue to be a successful franchise, with more television series, multiple animated series, multiple new games, and for being a cultural icon to this very day. A simple series from a well-known developer, released in May 1993 for the Super Nintendo, was Super Turrican. Super Turrican is your typical run and gun game. Go through stages shooting your weapon and make everything that isn't you explode. You have tons of different weapons to use, including spread shots, bouncing shots, a freeze beam, or even rolling into a ball. Level layouts are more open, so rather than just moving from left to right, sometimes you need to platform a bit and explore for more weapon power-ups. Fight the boss at the end of each level to move on to the next stage. Super Turrican is the 5th game in the Turrican series. The original was for the Commodore 64 in 1990, with sequels and ports all over the place. Also, Super Turrican should not be confused with the NES game, Super Turrican. That game uses levels from the first 2 Turrican games and puts it onto the NES, and was only ever released in Europe. Super Turrican for the Super NES is all original. Super Turrican,
Europoors.
Super Turrican